So, hi everyone, we are live and I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. So, this week I'm planning to be live at this time, 12 p.m. Central Time every day. If you're not yet subscribed, feel free to click the subscribe button and let's get this show on the road. So, today we're talking about what is the best thumbnail for your channel. I'm not talking about the best thumbnail for somebody else's channel. I'm focusing on your channel because that is what you want to do. You want to know what is working for your channel and how it's working and go from there. Okay, so let's get started. If you're coming in, introduce yourself, say hi, what's up? And yeah, so I'm going to find out what is the best thumbnail for your channel. You start off with, of course, looking at the videos that you have out there. What videos do you have? How are you doing your thumbnails? How are people clicking on your videos? So a couple of things that we want to do is we want to look at your analytics. So I'm going to pull up my channel. So this is my test channel. If you've been on this page so many times, you already know I talk about my test channel a lot of times. And yeah, so these are the videos that I have already put out, and different videos perform differently, do different things. And so I am going to make this bigger for you guys to see. Okay, so there are different reasons why your videos perform. One video does better than another video, but one key thing that I have to tell you is that a lot of times it has to do with people clicking on your video. So when people click on your video, it signals to YouTube that there's something good about that video, and it increases what is known as the click-through rate. The click-through rate, you can find it in your analytics section. So I'm going to bring up my video, and I'm going to bring up my channel, and I'm going to show you where to find your analytics and all that stuff. So your analytics can be found in your channel analytics. Okay, your channel analytics, you can find your impression, and your impression signals to YouTube that this is how often your video or your thumbnail is shown to people. And like here, this is how many times my thumbnail was shown to people. My channel in this instance was shown to people. So you know, if you're in my class, you've already gone through my analytics class, you already know that there are different kind of analytics that can be there. There's channel analytics and there's also video analytics. In today's scenario, we are talking about video analytics. So your video analytics, if you want to go to a particular video, so let's say we go to a particular video. For example, I'm going to go to this video. I'm going to go to the analytics for that video. I'm going to go to the reach for that video. Now, the reach for that video, the impression here is 10.6K. So this is the number. When you put your cursor right here, this is the total number of times your video thumbnail was shown to viewers since it was published. In this instance, how do you know if this particular thumbnail is the best thumbnail for your channel? Key thing you have to do, you're going to go to the advanced mode. A lot of people do not know about the advanced mode. So where is the advanced mode? The advanced mode is right over here. The advanced mode, you can use it to create groupings of, okay, is this supposed to be the right niche for me? Is this supposed to be the right titles? Is this supposed to be the right thumbnail? So in the instance of thumbnail, if you guys are interested in setting up a channel review and just little teaching on your channel, you want me to analyze your channel to let you know what is best, please send me a contact, send me an email, or even you can contact me on DN Vlogs Live channel, Instagram. So on Instagram, go to Instagram, go to DN Vlogs Live, or even on Facebook or wherever. Send me a message or leave a message in this comment area, and I'll try and reach you. So yeah, okay. So a couple of things. So when you click on advanced mode, now in this advanced mode, it is analyzing the channel, this video right over here. In this instance, we want to compare why one video does better than another video based on thumbnail. Okay, we're not looking at anything but based on thumbnail. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this. We're going to change it to the channel. Okay, so you're changing this to channel view. When you change that to channel view, what is going to happen is that it's just going to show you a bunch of videos that you recently put out. So you see that a bunch of videos you recently put out. Now you can say you're going to sort by views. Okay, so it's already sorted by views. So right here, you see this video as the 2,141 views in the last 28 days. Remember, we're only going with ranges. So I want to do a range of the last 28 days to get the best analyzed information. I don't want to do lifetime because it might be skewed. So now I have this couple of videos, and I'm wondering, why do these thumbnails do better than other thumbnails? So I'm going to make note of these videos. So I'm going to create a grouping. So here you want to say compare to, you're going to go to groups. Okay, so I've already created all these groups for my teaching classes. So let me remove all this. Okay, so let's remove all these groups and I'll create fresh new groups for you guys. So you're going to come here. I'm going to create a group. I'm going to call this thumbnail A. And in thumbnail A, I will be selecting the videos that I saw. So those videos, keeping in mind, I know it was one, this was one of it. This was another one. And then I believe there was another one. Which other one did I see? Okay, so then there was another one here. Okay, so let's see with those ones. Okay, so right here you can see the thumbnails. So how to treat. Okay, so this one I'm going to search for scabies. Okay, I'm choosing that. So now we have the three. You can see them over here. The girls first, how to treat, and any other drives. So I'm going to save this as an information here. And then I'm going to look, and I want to create another group. I'm going to look for the video that has a little, not so many views. And I'm going to come here. I will be sorting in a different way. So right here, we're going to go down to these videos right here, all these videos right here. So going here, I'm going to do another compare to. I'll be creating a new group, and my new group is called thumbnail B. So in thumbnail B, I want to choose this, this, and this. Okay, so come in here and keep on watching because I'm going to tell you other things that could be happening. I'm choosing this one. I'm choosing this one. And I'm choosing how to cook. Okay. Okay, and then I'm choosing this one. Okay. Save. So now we have two groups, group A and group B. So I'll be selecting group A. Once you select group A, it's going to try and compare it against the channel. I don't want that, so I'll be moving this. I'll say I want to select group A over here, and I'm going to click on this and select group B. So now selecting group A with group B, now you can see over here when you scroll down, this is group A. Group A gets more views than group B. Why does group A get more views? Now, this is when you become more systematic, more thinking forward, like, okay, what is happening in the actual thumbnail? I'm not talking about how are you designing the thumbnail. I'm not talking about the lighting. I'm not talking about how pretty the thumbnail looks like. I want to know what exactly are in the thumbnail of group A that makes people click on it. Could it be the title? Could it be that this thumbnail, so you see this thumbnail has different pictures in it, like this, and the word is bolded. So that could be a reason. Let's see what's happening. This one, okay, it has my daughter. Okay, then this first one also has my daughter in it, and this one has my daughter in it. So you see the trend. This is kind of digging deeper than what people tell you that, oh, when you want to get nice views, make sure that you make your thumbnail look like this. I am looking at the numbers. I'm following the numbers. I'm saying what else is happening past all the making sure everything is pretty, making sure that the footage is clean, whatever. Now let's go to thumbnail B. Thumbnail B, I'm the only one in it. And it's not as vibrant, yes, as these other thumbnails. Also, this one, there's no wording, it's very bland, there's really not much going on. This one is vibrant, but is not showing so much as a family group. So what does all this teach you? Let's boil it down to a couple of factors. And a couple of factors that this is teaching you is, number one, when you create thumbnails, look at the thumbnail that the videos that are doing really good. Check those videos, see those videos. First, look at the thumbnail, because the click-through ratio is the most important thing when you are doing YouTube and you want people to see your videos. The click-through ratio. Now, I'm going to go back on the screen and I'm going to go to one of the videos that I put out there. Now, click-through ratio, this is click-through ratio. What does YouTube tell us that this is? This is views per impressions. Again, what are impressions? Impressions are the total number of times your YouTube thumbnail was shown to viewers since videos was published. YouTube shows your thumbnail to people. It helps you in that area. It's promoting your videos. But if your videos are being shown and people are not clicking it, hence the click-through ratio, YouTube is not going to be showing it to them. So you might feel like, oh, why are people not seeing my thumbnail? Why? It's because people are not clicking on it. How do you get people to click on it? Do thumbnails that work for people, keyword, in your channel. Thumbnails that work for people and the people are on your channel. If I try and do a thumbnail, I have scenarios where I did a thumbnail that was a thumbnail similar to somebody else's thumbnail, and I was testing this scenario and people didn't click on it so much. And I'm going to show you that video. So now here you can see the click-through ratio is 7.8, which is very high, because I think the ratio for YouTube in 2020, they were saying 3 point something is a good click-through ratio. Now, click-through rate, this is the views per impression shown. This measures how often viewers watch a video after seeing an impression. Wondering why the impression is high or low? Learn more. Always click on that learn more, because that learn more tells you more information. One thing about YouTube is everybody's always rushing. They want to have monetize, they want to do this, but they don't want to learn. And that is what I bring to the table. I teach people behind the scene. I want you to learn. Not only, like if you sign up with my class, not only am I teaching you, but you join a private Instagram group, and nearly every day, I think it's even every day, I'm giving you tips on how to improve. Because one thing you should know about YouTube is always changing, and you always want to have someone that knows what is changing to give you the information immediately when it changes. So it's very important for you to know that the classes are very, very inexpensive, trust me. So feel free to contact me. Let's go back now. The impressions. How do I know whether my impression is high or low? YouTube says impression click-through rate measures how often viewers watch a video after seeing a registered impression on YouTube. Now, what is a registered impression? There are some impressions that are not registered. Some clicking is not registered. If you are using a robot to get views, if you are cheating your way and buying views, YouTube has a way of not registering that impression. And impression is what you want. If you are doing things like you are doing all this sub for sub nonsense, it's nonsense. All this nonsense sub for sub, and people are coming in, sub to me, sub for me, sub, and what people do is that they'll go into your video and they'll come out. They don't stay. Do you think YouTube is registering it? I'll let you decide. Now, some views don't count towards impression. Okay, like views on external websites and from hand screens. Because of this, your click-through ratio likely is a subset of your channel's total view. Impression click-through rate will vary based on the type of content, audience, and where on YouTube the impressions are shown. Now, if you want to know how to know where on YouTube, YouTube is going to show you all that information is in your settings. Okay, and that is what we go through in the class, in the channel review class. I show you how to set up your YouTube appropriately well. So there's so much. Video thumbnails are always competing against other videos on the homepage. They're not saying other videos that are somewhere else, other videos that are on the homepage, your main homepage that you're looking at, everybody's main homepage with all these other competitors. So half of all channels and videos on YouTube have an impression click-through ratio ranges from 2% to 10%. A new video or channel or video with fewer than 100 can even see a wider range. Now, there's so many things that YouTube advises you not to do. When you do a thumbnail, it says avoid trying to increase your click-through rate using thumbnails or titles that are clickbait. YouTube will recommend a video to viewers if the video is relevant to them. So all this is, I mean, some people do clickbait. There's a channel that I used to watch. I stopped watching the channel because everything was clickbait. And it made me feel, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. Every single video this person put out was clickbait. And it was just like, oh, seriously, really? Okay. YouTube will recommend a video, okay, if it's relevant, and clickbait videos tend to have low average view retention duration. So that's one thing. If you do a thumbnail, when you create your thumbnail, if you're like, oh, everybody is doing clickbait, let me to do clickbait, your audience retention is going to be low. And what that audience retention means is, look at this, and therefore are less likely to be recommended by YouTube. If your audience retention is low, that means YouTube will get a signal saying, oh, don't be showing this to anybody anymore. You can tell if your thumbnail is clickbait. If it's getting high click-through rate, but low average view duration and lower than expected impression. So yeah, so those are the key things that I'd like to show you. I'm going to tell you one thing. When you are creating your thumbnail, look at thumbnails that you've created in the past. See how those thumbnails are doing. See what is working in those thumbnails. See if the thumbnail is giving views. If that thumbnail is giving you views and stuff, then what exactly are you saying in the video? Because once they click on that thumbnail and they're expecting something and the thing is working the way that it should work, then, I mean, of course, the people will wait and you get the right audience retention. So yeah, so those are the key things about the thumbnail. So I promised you guys that I was going to show you a video where I did it was kind of like a clickbaity kind of video, and I'm going to show you the result of that video. So let's look at that. So I have this video that I did. The thumbnail said painful experience, even though there was part of it that I had a paper cut in my hand and it was painful, but it was overly exaggerated, and I did that for the purpose of teaching a class. So as you can see here, we're going to look at the reach. So looking at the reach compared to the video that I showed you before, you can see the click-through ratio is less than that one. That other one was 7 point something, which is a good click-through ratio. Now this one was less, and it shows, because even if I go in here and I say I want to go in there and I want to go into my audience retention, and I click into my audience retention, I see this design of a letdown. You see this design when it drops down. I teach this in my second class, my analytics class, where I teach you how this drop is not so good for your video, and you want a more steady drop, like you want it to flow kind of like a like a flow like this. Watch my mouse. Okay, you don't want it to just drop. Some people just get this immediate drop, and then it keeps on dropping. So at this point, if I show you, if I do see more, okay, and right here, when you do see more, you can see, I want to see right here, it drops. You see how it does this sharp drop? YouTube doesn't like it. I'm going to teach you more about this in tomorrow. I'm going to tell you what you should do to improve this and why you don't want to be seeing all these dips. Like this dip, you don't want to be seeing it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you so much for coming. Please, if you do want to learn more about thumbnails, about designing thumbnails, I have videos in my YouTube tips. I have a video where I teach you how to design a thumbnail, do overlays and things of that sort. If you do want me to sit down with you for any classes, please contact me. Trust me, a lot of people are like, oh, it's going to cost so much money. I'm like, it doesn't cost money. You see how many times I clapped? Yeah, that's it. So I do that because I want you guys to get the benefits you want. But of course, you know, I spend time teaching you. So that is it. Send me a message, contact me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Feel free to watch the other videos. And if you've not yet subscribed, feel free to subscribe. And I love you guys. See you tomorrow, same time. Have a wonderful lunch. Take care. Bye.